Welcome to this edition of JJ on Atlanta, Peachtree TV's community affairs show that puts the spotlight on what's happening here in the ATL. Today we talk to the inspirational leader of the Atlanta Children's Shelter, and we chat with noted health and wellness author Susan Delaine. So join me on this beautiful Sunday morning. This is JJ on Atlanta. Welcome back to JJ on Atlanta. In her effort to help her autistic son, our next guest has helped the lives of others suffering from this malady all around the world. She is a self-published author, lecturer, and passionate advocate for autism awareness, and considers her latest book, Balancing the Bowl, the most important book she will ever write in her career. Please welcome to the show, Susan Delaine. Susan.
Hi, JJ.
How are you?
Fantastic.
You know what? Y'all, I got to say this. Anytime a beautiful woman comes to my set bringing food, it's okay with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you tasted some. I saw you react.
I know I did.
Happy.
I jumped on that
you
straight
look
away.
Happy.
The book, Balancing the Bowl.
Yes.
Why did you write this book?
Well, you know what? This is a book about healing, JJ. We all know that food has an impact on our health, and we know that nutrition does. But so I'm not introducing that as necessarily a new concept. What I've done is compiled these recipes more or less as a guide and as a resource to talk about the connection between diet and autism, and also to address food allergies. Our son, when he was 9 months old, we found out that he had multiple food allergies. He's allergic to wheat, rice, barley, eggs, milk, soy,
Wait a minute.
peanuts.
And I'm sorry for stopping you right there, but here you are, brand new mother.
Yes.
Beautiful baby boy.
Yes.
What was that like to you in terms of dealing with all of this?
That was extremely hard because as a new mother, one of the things that you do feel that you have control of is feeding your child. And you get a sense of accomplishment and a sense of nurturing when you're doing that. And to not be able to give my kid a cookie and a warm glass of milk and the traditional things that are comfort foods it's really tough. It was an adjustment. But that's what Balancing the Bowl is about, the process of learning that you can use alternative ingredients. There are other ways of doing things in a non-traditional way, and that you'll be okay if you do it a little bit differently. And he's thriving today, and we're so happy about that.
The tie between nutrition and autism.
Yes.
How did you come to find this out? How did this come to your knowledge and what you're doing with the book and everything?
Yeah, well, as I said, Justin was first diagnosed with the food allergies at 9 months.
Okay, so there's a nutrition part,
There was
right?
that one part, yes.
Okay.
And so we had to avoid a whole bunch of ingredients. Then we found out when he was about 2.5, almost 3, that he had the autism. And once we did a little research and started digging a little bit, talking to more parents, we found out that 70% of children with autism have gastrointestinal problems, a condition called leaky gut.
Oh, okay. Okay, leaky gut. And I assume that leaky gut has something to do with the intestines and your stomach and all your digestive system, correct?
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly, JJ. And so, to make a long story short, it just means that there are problems with the intestines where they're not absorbing foods and nutrition properly, and they're also not breaking down certain proteins such as gluten and casein. So he was already on this restricted diet, but we went the extra mile to remove additional things to help him function even better. So now he is completely allergy-free, he's gluten-free, and he's casein-free, but he loves his food.
Excellent.
Can you believe you can
How old is he now?
He's 7.
Say hello.
So cute. Hi, Justin.
Hey, Justin, your mom is doing a good job. Her food is off the hook. All right? It's good. It is awesome. Now, let's take a look at some of the ingredients. Give us an idea of what ingredients we need to watch out.
Okay. Gluten and casein are the two culprits.
What gluten? Talk to us.
Gluten is in wheat, barley, rye, and oats.
Okay.
Now, this is funny because when we first decided to go gluten-free, we thought, oh, we can't eat wheat. Well, someone said to us, well, what about white bread? And so that was a new discovery right there, a learning curve, that any kind of wheat is wheat. Whether it's the white bread, it just happens to be bleached. So wheat, barley, rye, and oats are the sources of gluten. Casein is a protein that's found in milk products. So anything that's
so
milk,
the dairy,
cheese, cottage cheese, blue cheese, you know,
all
yogurt.
the cheeses that you let people like.
So none of that. But you can still survive. You can still get your nutrition without those things.
Okay.
So gluten and casein are the two big things that we're trying to avoid for children who have autism.
Okay, in terms of making simple, you know, we know that some of these things we're not supposed to necessarily eat.
Right.
Simple choices or differences, simple choices in what we choose.
Yes.
The ingredients
Yes.
can make a difference. Let's look around our table and talk about it. And let's start right here with these two. Obvious differences.
Oh, yeah.
One's darker, one's lighter.
Hello.
What are we talking about here?
Whole grain buckwheat flour with intact everything, just ground up into a flour. So nothing's bleached, nothing's removed, nothing's stripped. You take the buckwheat seed, you grind it up, and you cook with it.
Okay, compared to this.
This is wheat flour, which does have gluten in it, which has been processed, stripped of its whole grain, stripped of all the nutrients in it, and bleached to make it look pretty. It does look prettier.
Oh, it looks prettier, but let me ask you this. Do the manufacturers who do this for economic
Yeah, a lot of
reasons of economics?
A lot of what you see in the mainstream market in terms of food, you get ingredients, you get all kind of processes in there purely for money-making reasons. I mean, why on earth would some cornflakes have soy or something other than for flavor or for marketability? So that does happen a lot. It's frustrating, but you know.
Let's look at the meal. Let's look at the chicken
Yeah.
and some of the things that we're talking about. An example of a meal that would be nice to eat.
Here's a nice
Let's
meal.
go.
Okay, I know you. You've been ready ever since I
I'm
walked
already
in the
tasting
door.
it. It's good, y'all. I'm ready to taste it again.
He's ready
Go
for me to
ahead.
cut this up. You know what I made today? One of my favorites. I have an Asian background, so I grew up in an Asian home. My mother is from South Korea.
Okay.
So a lot of my foods are Asian influenced. Not all of them, but some of them are. And I love the grilled chicken with the soy sauce on the grill.
So do I.
And then the dip. And, you know, I know this delicious recipe. It's actually a Thai recipe, not Korean, where it's grilled chicken dipped in peanut butter sauce. And so I made an alternative to that without all the soy, without all the peanut and all the allergens in it. This is ginger garlic chicken that's been grilled, and it is delicious.
Let's taste a
I'm
little
going to
bit of
cut
that.
up a piece.
Yes.
And then over here, what we do with it, after you grill it nice and hot, you dip it in the sesame butter where you get sesame seeds instead of peanuts. Sesame seeds, a little oil. You
Let's
make
taste
it.
that real quick.
Okay, let me cut this for you.
Okay, and while we're tasting this, give us a website, give us ways that we can learn more about autism, how we can get the book, how we can just learn more about this wonderful thing.
Check out my website on www.susandelaine.com.
Okay.
Dip that in there and
I
check
will.
it out. And there are tons of resources, information on there. You can order the book directly from there. Autism Speaks, oh yum. AutismSpeaks.org is also fantastic.
Give me all, I lick my
Ooh,
hand.
you look happy.
I'm so sorry about that. That is good stuff. Because you know what, you're right, that it's got that Thai influence in there.
Yes.
It tastes delicious.
Fantastic, I'm so glad you like it. Make sure you eat
Thank
a
you.
muffin now.
Oh yeah.
And some trail mix.
Can you repeat the website one more time, please?
Yes, www.susandelaine.com.
Yes,
And
sir. Yeah.
have some nutless trail mix.
Nutless trail mix. I got muffins going on. Susan, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, JJ.
We truly appreciate it. Now, here's some information on some upcoming events going on right here in the ATL. I'm enjoying this food too much. We'll be right back.